For 12 months now, Gaza's border with Israel has been the scene of mass protests and major bloodshed. Gaza's health ministry says more than 260 people have been killed by Israeli sniper fire, nearly 7,000 shot and injured. The organizing committee, which is calling for a million-man march, issued instructions to the demonstrators. Stay back from Israeli guns, follow commands of organizers on the ground, make no aggressive actions, don't burn tires, a clear sign that a deal was in the works.
The occupation has to meet this test, to implement the positive responses we heard from the Egyptian delegation. We, the Palestinian factions and our people, are struggling to achieve our fair and legitimate demands.
The Great March of Return protests began on the 30th of March last year, initially called by civil society groups in Gaza as a call to action against the Israeli blockade. A UN investigation found that while some protesters used violence, the vast majority were unarmed and peaceful, stating Israel had had no justification for using live bullets. For months, and through repeated military escalations, Egyptian mediators have been trying to broker a truce. On Friday night, a Hamas-affiliated newspaper reported that an agreement had been reached. According to the report in the Al Risala newspaper, among the concessions that Hamas has won are an increase from $15 to $40 million a month in Qatari funding, an extension of the fishing zone from 9 nautical miles to 12 nautical miles, an increase in Israeli electricity flowing into Gaza, and Israeli approval of a major new desalination project. In return, Israel has been seeking an end to rocket fire such as that which destroyed a family home north of Tel Aviv on Monday, injuring 7 and sparking a new round of escalation. Israel, which has sent extra troops and tanks to the border, also wants an end to incendiary balloon launches and a guarantee of calm at the fence. Its Prime Minister has been trying to balance projecting military strength with seeking de-escalation before the general election on the 9th of April.
All Israelis should know that if a comprehensive campaign is required, we will enter it strongly and safely, and after we have exhausted all other options.
Hamas is also under domestic political pressure. Earlier this month, protesters went to the streets instead of the border over price rises and tax hikes. Hamas security put the demonstrations down with beatings and arrests. At the core of those protests, the same feelings of despair and frustration that for a year now, and despite all the risks, have brought thousands to the border week after week. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Gaza.